Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
David Bryan, starring in an episode of Mr. District Attorney as it was originally broadcast 69 years ago, May 3rd, 1953, The Case of Murder by Amateurs. And we thank you for tuning in. On this Tuesday, 3rd day of May, 123rd day of the year, we have 242 days remaining in 2022. Christopher Columbus first sighted land on this date in 1494. That would be called Jamaica. The Great Fire of 1901 began in Jacksonville, Florida on this date. Gone with the Wind won the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction on this date in 1937.
Red, you go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Vivian Lee Clark Gable in the 1940 screen adaptation of the novel. In 1951, the Senate Armed Services Committee and Foreign Relations Committees began their closed-door hearings into the dismissal of General Douglas MacArthur by President Truman. In 1957, Walter O'Malley, the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, agreed to move the team from Brooklyn to Los Angeles. It was on this date in 1960, the off-Broadway musical comedy The Fantastics opened in New York City's Greenwich Village. It would become the longest-running musical of all time. The Sears Tower topped out at the world's tallest building on this date in 1973. Of course, there would be buildings that would surpass that. In Great Britain, the Conservative Party winning the general election, making Margaret Thatcher Britain's first ever female prime minister.
Very excited, very aware of the responsibilities. Her Majesty, the Queen, has asked me to form a new administration, and I have accepted. It is, of course, the greatest honor that can come to any citizen in a democracy.
Mrs. Thatcher arriving at Downing Street to take over from James Callaghan after her party won an overall majority of 43 seats. And in 2006, Zacharias Moussaoui sentenced to life in prison in Alexandria, Virginia, in connection with the September 11 attacks. Passing away on this date in history, the man behind Terry and the Pirates and Steve Canyon, cartoonist Milton Caniff, also Wally Schirra passing away on this date. Jackie Cooper, the very fine actor, television director, producer, and executive, and the man who sang about personality, Lloyd Price, passing away on this day. This is the birth date of Prime Minister Golda Meir, singer-actor Bing Crosby, and I can't play any of his music again because the copyright police is out, so we're not going to do that. Norman Corwin passing away on this date. He was born on this date, I should say. He was 101 when he passed away back in 2011. Pro wrestler trainer Stu Hart, the father of Bret the Hitman Hart, Owen Hart, and many other Hart brothers. Also, Pete Seeger born on this date, as was boxer Sugar Ray Robinson, Alice on the Brady Bunch, Ann B. Davis, also singers David Dudley and James Brown. Wow! I feel good. The man behind the Pocket Fisherman and Ronco, Ron Popeil, born on this date. He passed away last year at the age of 86. And also born on this date, magician Doug Henning. The Four Seasons Frankie Valli is 88. Christopher Cross, another fine musician, 71 today. From West Wing and Psych, Dual Hill is 47, as is Mad Men's Christina Hendricks, the redhead. Gorgeous woman. Also, country singer Eric Church is 45. Those just a few of the people who celebrate the 3rd day of May as their birthday. And if this happens to be your birthday...
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say... Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
And from 69 years ago, May 3rd, 1953, David Bryan, Mr. District Attorney. That'll be coming up next on this Tuesday Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox here on your favorite radio station.
Hi, this is Kyle Horvath with the White Pine County Tourism and Recreation Board. If you want to get away from the big cities and get back to nature this summer, give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net. There's so much to do and see I can't mention it in 30 seconds, but check out our website and you'll see what Nevada is really all about. elinevada.net or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Created, written, and directed by former law student Ed Byron, Mr. District Attorney inspired by the early years of New York Governor Thomas E. Dewey. It was Dewey's public war against racketeering, which led to his election as governor. Now, Philip H. Lord, the creator of Gangbusters, helped to develop the concept and coin the title. Now, Ed Byron lent an air of accuracy and immediacy to his scripts through close study of crime statistics, a library of criminology texts following the newspapers, and even going around rough bars to gain tips, background, and color from crooks and police alike. The show ran from 1939 until 1953, the last year, in transcribed syndication. That's why we have so many shows from the final season here, which you're hearing here with David Bryan. Mr. District Attorney, this episode from May 3rd, 1953, 69 years ago.
Mr. District Attorney, starring David Bryan. Mr. District Attorney, champion of the people, defender of truth, guardian of our fundamental rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And it shall be my duty as district attorney not only to prosecute to the limit of the law all persons accused of crimes perpetrated within this county, but to defend with equal vigor the rights and privileges of all its citizens.
Now, here is our star, David Bryan, as Paul Garrett, Mr. District Attorney.
Usually, a district attorney can quickly spot the work of an amateur in crime. But it's not always easy for him to solve the crime itself. One of the most puzzling and vicious crimes we ever worked on had its start in a city bowling alley about 10:30 one night. A flashy red-headed girl in the cashier's cage is talking to a boy lounging at the window.
Oh, look, Nick, why don't you take me out?
You kidding?
Don't you want to?
Well, sure I want to, Angie, but I got no money. No job now. Ladino's fired me.
There's ways to get money.
Uh-oh, I better go. Here comes Ladino.
What of it?
I told you not to hang around here, Nelson.
He ain't hurting nobody,
yeah,
Joe.
but I told him keep away from you, baby. Now, you get out and stay out, see? Okay. You come into the office, Angie. It's your quitting time anyway. Hey, Sammy, take the cage.
Wait for me, Nick, out back by the parking lot.
Shut the door and sit down.
I'll stand. Well, what is it?
You know what it is. You're my girl.
Listen, I told
No
you.
bum like Nick Nelson's gonna hang around you.
What if I want him to hang around?
Oh, you two-timer little...
Stop it!
You're not selling me that.
Ow!
You're my girl, and you're gonna stay my girl, you see?
You dirty louse! Let me alone!
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. It's in my temper. You know how it is.
Hey, Joe! I need some nickels and dimes. What I say?
You know, it gets away from me.
Hey, Joe!
Yeah, all right. Look, baby, look, you forget about this, huh? Will you please? 'Cause I didn't mean to hurt you. You know, I'm crazy about you.
Baboon. I'll get even with him. Nick.
Yeah, over here.
Get in, Nick. You drive.
Wait a minute, Angie. Whose car is this?
It's Joe's, if that makes any difference. Get in. Keys up over the sun visor. Drive over to the Parkway Theater.
What's the idea?
Don't ask questions. We'll show that louse of a Joe Ladino. We'll get money, plenty of it.
Hey, now, wait a minute,
Wait,
Angie.
nothing. You don't want to be a pinboy all your life. You'd look nice all dressed up, Nick.
Yeah, but that theater...
I know the Parkway. Girlfriend of mine used to usher there. Manager's name's Fred LaSalle. He's made a couple of plays for me. Right now he'll be in his office cashing up.
Creepers. We can't get away with that, Angie.
Chicken, huh?
No, I ain't, but we ain't got a gun.
Look there in my bag. With that kerchief around it.
Where'd you get that?
Out of Joe's desk. His car and his gun. Cops will trace him right to him. Oh, pull in here, Nick. Just past the theater.
Leave the engine running?
Shut it off. Anybody going by might think it was funny. Engine going and nobody in the car.
Better let me have the gun, Angie.
Don't touch it with your bare hands. I'll keep it.
What if anybody's with him?
That's their hard luck.
Who is it?
It's me, Freddie. Angie Davini. Can I come in?
Yeah, just a minute.
Don't make any noise.
What? Hey, listen. Hey, is this a joke?
Yeah, on you. Shut that door, Nick.
Hey, you red-headed tramp. I'll say... Oh! Creepers. You shouldn't have done that, Angie.
I didn't. Joe Ladino did it. Grab that satchel, Nick. Let's get out of here.
Evening, Chief. Hello, Harrington. The manager, huh?
Yep. Name's Fred LaSalle. He was cashing up in here at the time.
And who found him?
The assistant manager. His name's Tomlin. He was inside the house, thought he heard a couple of shots, came out in time to hear a car start up.
Did he see who did it?
No. Thinks he saw the getaway car, though. Ran out front just as a big sedan pulled away. About a 49 model black.
He's not sure it was the getaway car.
No, but it got away so fast he thinks it probably was.
How much did they get, Harrington?
Tomlin thinks about 1,000, maybe 1,200. Said LaSalle usually marks some bills in every cash up, just in case. He was held up once before.
Oh, that might help. You got the mark?
Yeah. Here, on this slip of paper.
What about this assistant manager, this Tomlin?
Well, looks okay, Chief, but I'll check through on him.
Well, I hope you had a good sleep last night, Harrington. You may not get any tonight. Let's go.
District Attorney's office. Yes. Oh, you did? Where? Uh-huh. What time did they find it? About half an hour ago? That would be about 2 a.m., yes. Yes. Mr. Garrett may want to call you back on this, Sergeant. He isn't in right now. Thank you.
Anything on the theater MO boys, Miss Miller?
The Detective Bureau picked up Slips Madigan for questioning. They said he had a sound alibi.
Did they pick up anybody else?
No, they said no other logical suspect was in the area.
Well, that's no help.
But this may be. It's a report from Patrol Station 19.
Suburban, eh? Black sedan, 1950, 2 a.m., Montgomery Street. Unlocked. Apparently in good condition. Well, this time element isn't long enough to make it an abandoned car, Miss Miller.
But the neighborhood, Montgomery Street.
No, I don't recall that street. Where is it?
It dead ends on the city dump.
Oh, that's different.
The car was on the dump.
Police following through on the license tag?
Yes, sir.
Where have you been, Hannigan?
Oh, hello, Chief. Down at ballistics.
You get anything?
Yep. LaSalle was shot with a .22. They've got the 2 slugs down there.
Pretty small caliber.
For an experienced hood to use, yeah.
He might have been an amateur.
Well, that's possible. Find out if any .22s have been reported stolen, Harrington.
I did. Nothing reported. They'll call us if anything comes in.
Well, we've got to find that gun. And the money satchel.
Yeah, just like that.
Do you want to talk to Sergeant Malloy?
We'll swing around there on our way out. Let's have a look at that sedan, Harrington.
This dump. Not exactly a garden of roses, Chief.
See anything in that sedan?
No, not yet. There's a car up ahead.
Patrol car. Well, there's a stand, just beyond it. District Attorney.
Yes, sir.
Got the flashlight, Harrington?
Yeah, right here.
Anything on that steering post?
Nope.
Now, let's have that light. Take a look at the floor. Sometimes the thing will drop down. What's that little bulge? Lift up the floor mat, Harrington.
Now, what do you got?
Cartridge. .22 caliber.
Beginning to add up, huh?
Not necessarily, but it's a possible. Enough so to have this car towed in.
Nothing in back, huh?
I didn't see anything when I flashed the light there.
What's the next move, Chief?
Have Tomlin look at that sedan. Check the registration. Then we may want to talk to the owner.
Afternoon, gents. Want a bowl?
No, we didn't come to bowl. We're looking for a Joe Ladino.
Well, I'm him. What's the pitch?
Can we go somewhere and talk privately?
Oh, sure, in my office. What do you want to talk to me about?
I'm the district attorney, and this is my assistant.
Oh. Oh, well, sure, right this way. Sit down, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. What's wrong?
Well, about an hour ago, at noon, you reported to the police that your car had been stolen.
Yeah, that's right. What about it?
Well, when did you find out it was stolen?
What is this all about?
Answer him, Ladino. When did you find out?
Well, last night. Around, midnight, I guess.
Why didn't you report it sooner?
Well, sometimes a friend of mine used the car. I thought, one of them might have borrowed it, so...
One of them?
Yeah, I let a couple of the boys who working here use it once in a while. For a favor. Sometimes my cashier, Angie Davini, she borrows it. I didn't want to report it in, have one of them picked up. They've been embarrassed.
What did you do after you found the car was gone?
Well, I walked around, waited for him to bring it back. The air felt good,
Now, how long did you wait?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe an hour. Now, come on. What's wrong, huh? I told you all I know. What's wrong?
Plenty, Ladino.
There was a holdup and murder at the Parkway Theater late last night.
Huh?
And your car was used for the getaway. This is David Bryan. Before we continue with Mr. District Attorney in the case of murder by amateurs, here is an important message from our sponsor.
From May 5th, 1953, Mr. District Attorney, I'm Wyatt Cox, and coming up following these important words, Classic Radio Theater returns with the news from 69 years ago today.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you.
And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required.
Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary.
800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox here on your favorite station. We're listening to an episode of Mr. District Attorney as it was originally broadcast on Sunday, May 3rd, 1953. By the way, there is a talk show, or not a talk show, but a game show connection to Mr. District Attorney. I'll tell you about that as soon as I give you an idea of the news in the newspapers of Sunday, 69 years ago. These were some of the headlines. The halting Korean truce talks stalled again on the question of what to do with thousands of able-bodied prisoners, recessed as the emotion-packed exchange of sick and disabled captives of war moved to an end. The negotiations began again Monday after a one-day halt asked by the Reds. In the past, such recesses sometimes have preceded new communist moves. Meanwhile, at Travis Air Force Base, California, 40 more released U.S. prisoners of war arrived, and one of them declared they were treated like dogs by the communists. Another said they received little, if any, medical care. Corporal Tibur Rubin of Long Beach, California, said when the peace talks started, we were just skin and bones. He was liberated just 8 years ago from a Red concentration camp in Austria. He said the treatment got better when the talks started, but we did not live like kings. We were treated like dogs. A Comet jet airliner with 3 Americans and a party of rubber tin operators from Malaya reported aboard crashed in a violent storm late yesterday within minutes after takeoff from Calcutta. The plane carried 40 to 42 passengers. The Singapore to London plane lost for hours until village police reported it had crashed 30 miles southeast of Calcutta. No word of survivors. Chinese Red shattered a week-long lull in the Korean War early today with a battalion attack that stalled in hand-to-hand fighting in UN main-line trenches between the Hook and Little Gibraltar on the Western Front. The attack by up to 750 Reds fell between the two outpost positions 10 to 12 miles northeast of Panmunjom, where renewed armistice talks were in recess for the day. It brought the heaviest frontline fighting since ground action quieted with the resumption of the truce talks last Sunday. Charges that Owen Lattimore lied when he denied communist sympathies were thrown out by a federal judge who declared America must not destroy freedom of belief while fighting Red infiltration. But District Judge Luther W. Youngdahl ordered Lattimore to trial October 6th on 3 lesser perjury charges. Even those 3 may not pass the test of materiality so as to present a jury issue. But he said this must await the trial. Lattimore, a Johns Hopkins University lecturer and one-time occasional consultant to the State Department, indicted by a grand jury December 16th. The CIO reportedly engaged in a major reorganization of its field organizing staff. CIO officials, who asked not to be quoted by name, said the shakeup is in the hands of the CIO's new executive vice president, John V. Ripple. They said Ripple has held at least 2 big regional meetings of CIO organizers and their staff in the field and plans several more. Well, the Women's National Press Club kidded President Eisenhower in a series of lively skits last night and borrowed one of his favorite golf jackets for a prop. The jacket is cerise, a deep red, and for sheer color it puts some of ex-President Truman's sports shirts to shame. Betty Beale of the Washington Star got it on loan from the president to impersonate him in the stunts which marked the press club's annual dinner. Not daring to take a tuck in the sleeves, she had a little trouble making it fit. The President and Mrs. Eisenhower saw the show, as did members of the cabinet, Senator Taft of Ohio and his wife, and other Washington dignitaries. Those some of the day's top news stories as reported in the newspapers of Sunday, May 3rd, 1953, on your radio, Mr. District Attorney. The conclusion, along with the answer to the question, what's the game show link to Mr. District Attorney? We'll have that coming up next here on this Tuesday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox here on your favorite radio station.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just 2 of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
On Wednesday's Classic Radio Theater, we go back 78 years to May 4th, 1944, an episode of Suspense, The Dark Tower, starring Orson Welles. Welles appears in several roles in a story about actors, one of whom returns from the dead and tries a little extortion. That'll be coming up on tomorrow's Classic Radio Theater. We mentioned a game show connection to Mr. District Attorney. While Edith Miller, the DA's faithful secretary, paid throughout the run by Vicky Vola, Miss Rand, the DA's receptionist, was played in later years by Arlene Francis. You know her from What's My Line? Now the conclusion of Mr. District Attorney from 69 years ago today, May 3rd, 1953.
And now back to David Bryan, starring as Paul Garrett, Mr. District Attorney.
The night Fred LaSalle, manager of the Parkway Theater, was robbed and murdered, a car registered to Joe Ladino, bowling alley proprietor, was found by the police at the city dump. In the car, we found a .22 caliber cartridge, the caliber bullet that killed LaSalle. We questioned Ladino. While his answers were straightforward enough, he couldn't furnish an alibi for the time of the murder. The next day at my office, find anything on Ladino, Miss Miller?
Nothing in the criminal file, just a lot of traffic violations.
A lot?
About a dozen. I call that a lot.
No, for what?
Oh, mostly for overparking, a couple for speeding.
No wonder. When everybody uses the guy's car.
Did you check with gun records?
Yes, sir. A .22 revolver was registered to Ladino 2 years ago. He bought it at Henshaw's.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Has Ladino a permit?
Yes.
Anything else, Miss Miller?
Lieutenant O'Brien phoned in.
And what did he want?
The police found that money satchel.
Oh, great. Where?
Out on the dump. O'Brien said he thought it was carried a short distance from the car and then thrown.
Probably. Has Tomlin at the theater identified it?
Yes, a positive identification.
That just about wraps up that car's the murder car, Chief.
Yeah, it looks that way. And call the lab, Miss Miller. Have them go over everything. Steering wheel, seat cushions, floor mats, the works.
Yes, sir.
Now, if we can find the gun.
And we'll find it, Harrington. Let's get over to Ladino's.
But how dumb can a guy get, Chief, to do the job in his own car?
Well, I'm not saying he did.
If he used his own car, he probably used his own gun.
Well, that might follow.
And if he used his own gun, he'd either hide it in his room or in his office.
Or throw it away.
Yeah.
It'll probably show up in somebody's trash barrel on the other side of town. But we'll see.
Nifty little redhead in that cage, Chief.
She's got a boyfriend, too.
She ought to have plenty of them.
Gee, that's a sharp suit.
Yeah, it looks all right, huh?
Oh, wonderful.
Why not? You picked it out.
You look swell, eh? You hadn't ought to come in here. You know how Joe feels.
I had to show you the suit.
Oh, something you want, mister?
Is Mr. Ladino here?
No, he's out to lunch. If you want to leave a message, I'll...
How soon will he be back?
He's been gone over half an hour. Pretty soon.
We'll wait in his office.
You tell me your business with him, I'll go get him. I know where he eats.
We'll wait.
Get out of here. See you tonight.
Want the door closed, Chief?
Partly, Harrington. Now, that's good. See where that other door leads to, Harrington.
Yeah.
Maybe an outside entrance into this office. Harrington.
Huh? Find something, Chief?
Take a look in this desk drawer.
A gun, huh? Well, that ought to do it.
Well, we're not sure it's the one we want.
Uh-oh. It was an outside entrance.
You guys again, huh? Hey, you got no right to look in my desk.
I have a search warrant, Ladino.
Listen, I had about enough of this.
Make it easy for yourself. Sit down.
Because so help me.
Sit down, I said.
If you're clean, Ladino, you've got nothing to worry about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll learn.
You got a spare handkerchief, Harrington?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, thanks. No point in getting my fingerprints on this revolver, too. Two empties. When was this gun last out of the drawer, Ladino?
I don't remember. What difference, huh? I got a permit for that gun. I'll show it to you.
We know you've got the permit. Now take it easy.
When was it last out of the drawer?
I don't know. Last month sometime.
What about these two empties, Ladino?
Well, could be I left them in there. I don't remember.
You'd better come along with us.
What for? I ain't done nothing. If you think I pulled off that theater holdup, you're crazy.
On your
because
feet.
I'll take along this revolver, too, for ballistics in the lab. Come on, Ladino.
District Attorney's Office.
Anything new, Miss Miller?
The lab reported in on the car. Some traces of face powder and lipstick on the seat cushion. A couple of red hairs.
No, that doesn't prove anything.
Where are you, Mr. Garrett?
Over at headquarters, detention. Call me here if anything breaks.
Yes, sir.
You get that report, Harrington, from ballistics?
Yeah, right here, Chief. Lab report's not quite ready.
About what I thought it would be.
Hey, look, this ain't reasonable. See, I gotta get back to work. I've been here already a couple hours.
You'll be here longer than that, pal.
That 22 of yours killed LaSalle.
What? You're nuts. How could it kill anybody? It's been right there in the drawer.
They test-fired the revolver down in the basement. They compared the slugs with those taken out of LaSalle's body. They all came from the same revolver.
Yeah, listen, you can't pin that onto me. I don't know anything about it. I tell you, I never killed nobody.
And tell me this. Would anybody be trying to hang this on you?
Why?
I'm asking you, Ladino.
No, I done nothing to nobody. Why would they try to hang it onto me?
How many people have access to your desk?
Oh, I don't know. A couple, maybe half a dozen. Anyway, what do they want with the gun?
Who are they?
Who? The guys in the bowling alley that take over when I'm out. My cashier, Angie Davini, a couple others.
We'll be back, Ladino.
Oh, look, I gotta get back to work.
He's about ready to confess, Chief.
No, not unless he's lying.
What?
I can't buy it, Harrington.
But why not? Everything checks.
Well, I might go along with it if Ladino was hard up for money, but he isn't. He's doing all right with that bowling alley. Good bank account, excellent credit rating.
Lab report for you, Mr. Garrett.
Oh, thanks. I want to get a drink of water, Harrington. Then we'll go back in and question him some more.
What's the lab report, Chief?
Traces of face powder on the revolver, same as the powder on the car seat cushions.
Looks like a new angle.
Harrington, those two kids in the bowling alley, the redhead and the boy with the new suit.
What about him?
Find out where he bought it. That cost good money. Go to the best stores in the area. And Harrington.
Yeah?
Find out what they used for money.
Where's the car, Nick?
I didn't get it yet.
Why not?
Well, they had to do a brake job on it. The guy said I could pick it up tomorrow.
How do you like that? I was counting on it to move my things to the new apartment this afternoon.
So, all right, we'll get a taxi.
Okay.
I want to eat first, Angie.
Now? It's only 4 o'clock.
I'm hungry. I couldn't eat much lunch.
All right. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Let's cross the street. I don't want to pass that cop.
Oh, he won't bother us?
Maybe not. I'm crossing over.
Look, Nick.
I don't feel right about cops. You told me Ladino was going to get tagged for that job, and now I read they let him go. I don't know what's going on now.
Oh, shut up. You're going to spend the rest of your life dodging cops? They'll never catch up with us.
Look, Will, grab a taxi. Go move your things now. I ain't as hungry as I thought I was. Come on.
At the apartment house, Chief?
Yes, the big one on the corner. We'll wait here a while.
It's plenty dark here, away from that street light. Might be this car coming. Yeah, it is, Chief. It's the one the salesman pointed out this morning.
It was a good idea you had, checking the used car lots.
First thing they always want is a car.
Come on.
It was easy to get her a change of address, too. Once I got her old address from Ladino.
Oh, there she is. Just coming out. Take your side of the car, Harrington. I'll take the other.
Right.
Gee, it's a real dreamboat, Nick.
Don't start that motor.
Take the ignition key.
Hey, what's the idea? Give me back that key.
You guys got a nerve.
It's a nice car, Nick. Nice suit, too. Not bad for a pinboy who was fired.
So what's that to you?
Say, you're the guys who came in to see Joe Ladino.
That's right.
Who are you?
District Attorney, Angie.
The what?
Creepers.
What were you two doing out around Montgomery Street the other night?
We weren't out there.
What night?
The night LaSalle was murdered.
Oh, look, you got the wrong party, mister. Give us that key and stop being funny.
You won't find it funny, Angie. Not when the jury finds out how you and Nick killed LaSalle.
That's a lie.
Unfortunately for you, it's not. You should never try to spend marked money, Angie, or try to pin a murder onto somebody else. Joe Ladino, for example. It shows up quicker when you do.
I told you it wouldn't work, Angie.
Shut up.
I knew it wouldn't.
Oh, you chicken. You guys ain't taking me.
Watch it, Chief. He's got a gun in that bag.
Let go of it, Angie.
I'll kill you.
I'll have to hurt you.
It was Nick killed him. He had the gun. I didn't.
You did have the gun. Don't believe him, mister. It was her. I didn't know where we was going.
It doesn't make any difference now, Nick. It's bad news for both of you.
Now, here is the star of Mr. District Attorney, David Bryan, with a word about the program you have just heard.
You may remember the case. Nick Nelson turned state witness and was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Angie Davini was convicted of murder in the first degree and is now serving a life sentence. The case was another in the long list of crimes by juvenile delinquents. A serious problem that can only be solved by the complete cooperation of parents and all agencies of law enforcement. And now this is David Bryan inviting you to join us when we present our next case based on the facts of crime from the file of Mr. District Attorney.
Mr. District Attorney was originated by Phillips H. Lord.
From 69 years ago, May 3rd, 1953, Mr. District Attorney here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We always ask you to thank this radio station and support their advertisers. You have no idea how much it really helps this radio station. It is really a good thing, and we hope that you will take a moment to thank the radio station, but most importantly, do business with the businesses you hear here. Tell them you heard about them on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, and they will appreciate it very greatly, and so will we. Now, if you miss a day on this radio station, you do not have to miss a single show. All of our shows are available on iHeartRadio or on Spotify or Spreaker or TuneIn, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon, Facebook. Just search any of those places for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. And also, you can hear the shows on demand at my webpage, classicradio.stream. There you can stream our shows. You can also contact me there, and you can learn more about building a classic radio collection of your own. classicradio.stream. Thanks for tuning in. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial, and have yourself a great Tuesday. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox right here on your favorite radio station.